Yo, we back in the kitchen, back cooking, back on the block whipping. It's episode 21, y'all, of the Wrap Up Podcast.
The Dion episode.
I am with it. There we go.
Can't beat Dion.
You can't. Prime time. We gonna leave it at that.
Big ticket? Or we gonna go prime time?
Oh no. We can shout out big ticket. Right. Sort of, kind of Chicago. We'll take them for them. 2 years at Farragut? 1.5.
Yeah, we'll take that.
Yeah, we'll take that. And man, episode 21, back in it. How you feeling, brother?
I'm good, man. Yourself?
Hanging in there. No complaints. Oh man, it's been a minute since we did a music review.
A good minute.
It's been a while, so we definitely gonna jump off into a music review today.
Finally got something to review.
Exactly. That's what I was getting ready to say. We finally got a couple of joints to review.
Because we don't just review anything just because it's out and it's hot.
Right. It's got to be review worthy.
Yeah.
We found a few that are review worthy. Beginning of the year starting off slow, but you know, we finally got something that you know, wet the palate a little bit.
Yeah.
Give us something, a little taste bud.
Absolutely.
So we talking about Offset's album, Father of Four, and 2 Chainz album, Rapper Go to the League. So those are the two that we will review and discuss today. I want to jump it off with 2 Chainz, man.
Okay.
2 Chainz album. Let's talk about that first. Executive produced by LeBron James. I know we discussed this before we got on the air. You don't feel like LeBron James did much executive producing on here?
No, they were at the spot, wherever the spot may be, and they just was talking, and he just said, "I'm gonna do an album. I'm gonna have you executive produce." And he was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
Ain't had nothing to do with it. It's not getting one check.
LeBron no credit.
Nah.
He ain't come in there and say, you know, put the hi-hats here, move the chimes, and
that's Fat Joe Diddy territory. He ain't.
He ain't touching that, huh?
No, he better been sitting up there trying to shoot free throws with Lonzo.
Yeah.
I don't care what time of the season it was. Off season, mid season, preseason.
Yeah, it's about to be all season for them.
Sure, curtains.
Them boys.
It's curtains.
They wrapped up, so you might have some time to do some more executive producing.
Absolutely.
But back into the album, man. Rapper Go to the League. Give me your take on it, man. What did you think about the album as a whole?
Album was pretty good. Not really. I wouldn't say I'm not a 2 Chainz fan, but it's not something that I would run. And you know, back in the day when you would purchase from Best Buy or whatever, that is not a CD I would run and go pick up. Or one that I would stream. But streaming is kind of easy because if you see something, you already got the subscription. Like, let me just listen to it.
Right now, it's a little bit easier for us.
Yeah, no doubt. So I think you told me it came out or something. I forget how I found out it came out. Maybe I was hunting on Apple one day and just saw it. But I decided to give it a spin. Once again, no music was out, so let me take a look at it. Listen to it, rather. And I was surprised, man. First 2 Chainz album, I believe, that I've listened to in its entirety, other than True, but that was so long ago. Radio singles, always been on point. Can't complain on his features and things of that nature. But this album, not going too deep until we get there, just on the surface, 1 through 14, a couple of misses, but 1 through 14, solid album, man. It was solid project.
I'm with you, man. Yeah, we pretty much got on the same wave with this one. I thought that the project was very solid.
Yeah.
A nice full-length project. You know, nowadays they try to get away with giving us 7-8 tracks.
Yeah.
25 minutes, and then think that, you know, they did us justice. Me personally, I still won't, you know, give me an hour's worth of music and I'll be happy.
And I'm a length guy. You know, I don't like a long album. Even though this was an hour, hours at that threshold where it started to be too much.
Yeah.
But because this flowed so well,
it did.
I was back in rotation and didn't know it.
It played very well.
Yeah, it did.
It played very well. But yeah, top to bottom, I think it was a pretty concise, very solid album. He took you through a couple of different places, and it, like I said, it paced itself pretty well. You could say this is a conceptual album, but it didn't have loosely based, somewhat.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I hear that. Yeah.
Yeah. If we wanna throw that hat on there, we can make a case for it.
Yeah.
Let's say that.
I agree. I agree.
Conceptual album.
I agree.
It took you through a couple of different phases. I don't think that he's going to show us that he showed us anything different or anything new in terms of content. But one thing that 2 Chainz has always been good at is being able to captivate you with the sound. No matter what he's ever been on, 2 Chainz sounds good on it. No matter who else is on the track, if it's his track, if it's a feature, no matter what it is.
I agree.
2 Chainz just got that cool vibe to him. You know, and he it's just like no matter what he's faced with, he just kind of make it work. Yeah, so I agree. So I definitely give him that, and he did it with this album. He definitely did it with this album. So production, what'd you think about the production?
That was the standout for me. Normally, when I hear 2 Chainz or I think of 2 Chainz, you know, I think of Metro Boomin and you know, maybe a Cool and Dre, you know, something like that. What's the new dude that's out right now that's on all the Louisiana, whatever his name, that cat?
Weezy out of here.
Yeah, Weezy out of here. What I say? Weezy. Louisiana.
Don't worry about it.
That's that age, man. So that was the first thing that kind of, you know, drew me in because I'm a production guy. Yeah. And when I heard I always use this when we talk about albums that's production's on point and it's big. The album sounds huge to me. Yeah. Like as far as when what Puff did for Nipsey, how you can sonically hear the different levels and, you know, the different trebles, the bass, the ambient sound of the album was like for 2 Chainz. Yeah, I was surprised.
And I know what you to put it in
Maybach music. Yes, if you think about Rick Ross and how his albums are normally big in terms of sonic. Yeah, that's what I thought when I heard this.
That's a very good analogy. It gives you that picturesque feel. Yeah, and like it's like it could be a soundtrack.
I agree.
So he definitely gave that feel. I thought the production was dope. Very solid overall. Not a lot of the same sounds, you know, so it didn't get repetitive on you. Overall, I thought the production was pretty dope. What's some of the standout tracks for you?
Standout or favorites? How we doing this?
Favorites. Let's just jump right into the favorites. What's some of your favorite tracks?
Well, I got like 3 that are like my go-tos. I got to put on my list. My listing. Number 3, I'm gonna change it from when we talked earlier. But number 3, I forgot. Knife went crazy on that beat for Threat to Society. Yeah, that's my goodness. Yeah. But it wasn't 2 Chainz best lyrically on the album. Yeah. But when you get a Knife production, you can't beat that. But in no particular order except for my favorite track. Statute of Limitations was like crazy. That's a dope track in terms of Mike Will went busy on that.
Okay, Mike Will did Statute of Limitations. Okay.
Yeah. What was the other one?
NCAA.
Yeah, NCAA hard too. Yeah. And number 1 was the track with Ariana Grande with the A. Marie sample in the background. Now that got a soft spot in my heart because I was talking to a chick during that time and she looked like A. Marie. So when I heard it, I'm driving, I'm looking up through the sunroof like, man.
What was her name?
No, we can't divulge that.
After.
Yeah, I'll show you some pics.
Yeah, cool. But that's what
but we can't divulge that. But what's the name of that track?
Cool. That was Rule the World.
Rule the World. Rule the World is my favorite track on the album, not because of the memory that I have, but that's what's good about music. It can take you to that spot. Yeah. It's just that, you know, Ariana Grande, say what you want to say about her. That girl can sing.
She can.
She can sing.
Vocally, she definitely has the talent.
Yeah.
One thing that I like is that she doesn't put herself in a box. Yeah. She can kind of go in and out of other genres, whether it's pop, whether it's rap, or R&B.
And I was listening to her interview, and Nick Cannon was talking about how Ariana was on the show, and she was like her favorite artist of all time is Mariah, and how she wanted to meet Mariah, and how she tried to beat her. So Nick went back and told Mariah, and Mariah's like, that girl could never be me. Wow. But if you listen to this particular, you know, she got beef with everybody. But when you listen to this particular track, that's the first
stuff to say though.
That's the first person I thought about when I heard this was old 90s, early 2000s rap with Mariah Carey on the hook.
I could dig it. She killed this song.
Yeah.
I thought the song was pretty dope.
So Rule the World, NCAA, and Statue in that order.
I got you. All of those tracks is dope. I'll probably say Threat to Society.
That one hard.
Money in the Way. He just dropped the video for Money in the Way, which probably makes me like this song even more.
See, I ain't peeped it yet.
So Money in the Way is definitely dope. And then Forgiven. It's something about Marsha Ambrosius.
Man, we talked about it several times before.
Marsha can do no wrong. When she get on the track with a rapper and she just get busy, dog. First of all, 2 Chainz did his thing on here already. Yeah. I think just the fact, first of all, this is the intro song. He really jumped it off in a very candid, down to earth, lyrical manner.
I agree.
In regards to a couple of different situations. Mm-hmm. So I really like the way that he opened it up. So I would probably say Forgiven is my favorite track. And then Marsha Ambrosius, she definitely came in and killed it. And while we talking about Marsha, let's just go over the features all together.
Okay.
So we got Marsha Ambrosius. We talked about Ariana Grande.
Mm-hmm. Dope track.
Travis Scott.
Dope track.
He got a song on there called Whip. With Travis
Sonically,
Scott.
That's probably the best, because it's a Travis production. Probably somewhere in there. He may not have produced it, but of course his hands was
very
in it.
Travis-esque. Yeah.
Told you, I became a fan with the Astro World, man. Once again, it goes back to the Sonics.
It is.
The Sonics.
And going back to what you said with a big sound, if you listen to Astro World, definitely had a big sound to it. It was very theatrical, very over the top. And his previous album was like that too. Birds in the Trap Sing Ignite. So yeah, you can definitely kind of feel and get that same vibe on this track that he had called Whip. So that one was dope. Kendrick Lamar, Mama Hit a Lick. Neither one of us has that in our top 3 songs, but I thought it was dope.
It's a dope track, but the others are better than that one.
It is.
This one, and it may just be me being nitpicky, kind of still rode that Black Panther type wave.
Yeah.
But this, for real, and I told you this before we began shooting, that to me, this bar, even though it wasn't one of Kendrick's best, solidified him as probably the best rapper that's going right now.
I disagree with that, but I can understand where you.
Yeah, that's the way he changed his cadence with the beat effortlessly.
It was dope. It was ridiculous.
You know what? Let me change my thought on that. He's the best rapper right now with commercial success. Because I could probably I could put some underground cats.
I'm still
some cats that's not as big.
I'm going Cole. I'm still going Cole right now.
And I'll let you. You can have Cole. Cole dope. I like Cole.
I'm going Cole right now. J. Cole. Give me Cole.
So if you had the choice, and I know we're talking about 2 Chainz, but if you had the choice to make a record, not just a rap song, but you need to make a record, you need to make money, we need to make sales, we need this to chart, who you going with? Kendrick, thank you. And if you got another point, I need something mixtape, and I need something that's going to be rapidy rap for some backpackers.
You can go with either one
Kendrick.
of them. You could.
J. Cole is dope, but J. Cole
gonna sell. The Middle Child joint been out what? A month and a half. It went platinum as a single. So he can do it. But you are correct in the fact that if you're talking about dollars,
ain't nothing been out. So everybody gonna listen to Middle Child. Ain't nothing came out.
If we talking about dollars, Kendrick gonna sell right now. Yeah. So yeah, I give you that. And
no knock on Cole. I love Cole.
The song was cold. This particular song was dope.
Yeah, his cadence changed. Even 2 Chainz, the way he went and changed the cadence with him.
Yeah,
That it was on a different level. I dug it.
That's a very underrated, or maybe not even necessarily underrated, but not often talked about aspect of 2 Chainz is his flow.
Yeah.
When we talk about the ability to flow on a track, or just like straight up get on there and dance on the track, 2 Chainz is one of them dudes.
Yeah.
Not too many guys in rap right now who can get on there and flow like 2 Chainz do. 2 Chainz can make just about any damn thing sound good.
Yeah.
Because the flow is immaculate.
I agree. There's not too many in that class.
And he definitely showed that here. He definitely showed that. We talked about Ariana Grande. Ty Dolla $ign.
Whack.
I was disappointed because I like Ty Dolla $ign. Usually when he features, he come with it. He got some. He come
nothing
with it.
Worked on that single to me.
Didn't
beat,
like it.
As soon as the beat came, I was like, "This about to be garbage."
I did not like the Ty Dolla $ign joint. So
I don't remember nothing from the song. I don't remember what 2 Chainz said. I don't even remember what Ty said on the song.
I don't even know if it was worth listening to again. That's definitely one that I skipped.
Yeah,
that's one that I skipped. Lil Wayne and E40.
It's something
Lil
about
Wayne and E40.
When these old rappers get with these young kids, if you will, they're all of age, but E40 can be considered an OG.
Yeah, for sure.
The older E40 has gotten, to me, the better he's gotten.
I am not a fan of E40 at all.
Yeah,
he got busy on this.
Bad.
He got busy on. Not that I dislike E40. I'm not saying that E40 is whack. It's just it just don't do it for me. He got busy on this joint. Him and Wayne.
And it was E40. He didn't change it. It was still.
He said that. He said it on there. He was like, I ain't changing for nobody. Don't nobody sound like me. I'm E40, and it is what it is. I thought it was dope.
One thing that's dope about this album, I know we still got features to go, but one thing that's dope to me, the features didn't overshadow 2 Chainz. We all know 2 Chainz is not the best lyrically.
Yeah.
But in terms of this album, the features that he chose, the beats, the content, it still let him shine on top of tracks where people normally, MCs would have, they should be dogging him on a track.
Yeah.
But I don't think they dumbed down their lyrics. He just was in a spot where freestyle, writing, whatever he was on,
just getting busy.
He was in his bag.
Yeah.
He was in a bag.
So I'm with you on that. Sometimes you might see people hop on the track and it's like, oh, well, he kind of dumbed it down for, such and such.
Yeah.
That didn't happen on here. I think the other people who were featured came in and they did their thing. It's just 2 Chainz held it down.
Yeah, he held his own.
He held it down.
He was nice.
Real quick before we get into the rest of the features, Kanye was supposed to be on here.
Oh, word.
The song with Kanye was actually supposed to be on the track with Kendrick, and
I can see that.
And
I can see that.
He actually wrote a hook, and I don't know. I can't remember. 2 Chainz said it in an interview. I can't remember how the whole logistics of it went, but it didn't quite get finished. But 2 Chainz let
Kanye was in a desert.
Yeah. Something like that.
Playing his piano.
Hey, that, by the way, we going to talk about that before the show ends. We're going to talk about that before the show over with. Kanye, man, listen. But, Kanye was supposed to be on this track. It didn't quite get cleared or something didn't get finished. So, it would just ended up being him and Kendrick.
Yeah.
So that would have been a dope feature. I would have liked to have seen that. The last 2 that are on here is Kodak Black and Chance the Rapper. Chance won for the home team. I personally thought that his verse was super dope. You think of otherwise?
No, wait.
Not saying that you said it was whack, but
it was.
I seem to like it a lot more than you do.
I've heard better Chance verses, and it's probably because of the malaise of the delivery of his flow was but everybody else was up here.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? So
he was a little bit more mellow,
and it even made, and I can barely tell you what Kodak was talking about, but it made Kodak's verse to me more than what it was because of his delivery on that album. I mean, on that track.
Kodak did have a bit of a presence. I'm not a huge Kodak fan.
No, neither.
But he definitely had a bit of a presence. I thought his verse was tolerable on here. So I thought the features was pretty dope.
The other one that's whack. Young Thug.
Oh yeah,
horrible.
That's the worst song on here.
It felt so out of place.
That's the worst song on here. I definitely skipped over it.
High Top Versace.
Yeah, High Top Versace. Nah, that's
throw you in the garbage.
Yeah, that was we can.
That's it for that.
We can chuck that one out of here.
Yeah, that one was bad.
That's the only. That's the low spot on this album. The rest of it shines pretty bright.
So 12 out of 14 ain't bad.
It ain't. I wasn't a fan of the Ty Dolla $ign. Definitely not a fan of the Young Thug track. But other than that, it was pretty solid. I'm not gonna say this changes my perspective of 2 Chainz. I think it still stays pretty much the same, as in I know what he's capable of.
Yeah.
But this will definitely make me check for him a little quicker than I normally would when the next one jump off.
I don't think it will for me.
No,
not saying this is a flash in the pan album, because I'm not gonna take that away from him. He got busy, but I still hold him to the same regard as I did prior. It's a good album, but maybe it's more of a I have to see you do it again. This may be that one album where everything just clicks. Yeah. And the vibe was right, the timing was right, everything was right for this project to come out.
That could be it.
But
that's all because of LeBron James.
That's I guess. But one thing about it, I don't go into a 2 Chainz album I can't say a 2 Chainz album because I don't venture into them, but a 2 Chainz song with high hopes, because I've heard him say that he doesn't consider himself a lyrical rapper. I don't consider myself to be the best. But he had a verse, I forgot on what track it was, where he said that I'm underrated. And if you keep throwing stuff like this out, yeah, you underrated.
I dig it.
You underrated. But you got to keep giving me this. When this man said, bury me next to, what was the joint? Bury me next to, in the mall with.
Oh, in the Gucci store?
Yeah, man. That's the 2 Chainz that I know. I like that 2 Chainz. There's nothing wrong with that. I do too. It is what it is.
That's the 2 Chainz we usually get.
But this one here, it had depth. It had content. He did his thing, man.
My favorite lyric was stayed in the streets like it's room and board. They knew me for it. But that's besides the point, like a shooting guard. I'm moving forward. Yeah. When he said that, I was like, let me rewind that back real quick.
What was that on? I don't think it was NCAA.
No, it wasn't. He got busy on NCAA too. That was on the joint with Chainz. That was on the joint with Chainz. It
surely was. Yep, it surely was.
And,
it was.
I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not crazy. Life is. That's the name of the song. Sam, the last track, is a bit more of a in-depth, introspective type of 2 Chainz that you don't usually get to see. Yeah. So I thought that was a bit of breath of fresh air. You got to see him in a bit more of a different light, but he still stayed true to who he is, what he is. I thought overall this album was dope, man. Yeah. It was a really good album.
It's a dope album.
So we wrapping it up, or we unwrapping.
We unwrapping.
We definitely unwrapping. We definitely unwrapping this.
We can wrap up the 2 singles with the R&B cats.
Kick them joints out of there, man.
You know what I mean?
Whoa, that was like, I definitely just didn't get.
And
Young Thug was so out of place.
I haven't heard Ty Dolla $ign on the feature that didn't work.
That's what I'm saying. Ty Dolla $ign usually kill everything he's on. So I was surprised. Young Thug, not so much.
Probably need the Jeremiah with him.
That might be it.
They own everything.
That might be it. All right, man. So that's it for 2 Chainz.
So that's an unwrapped
dope album. If you ain't got the 2 Chainz yet, definitely go check that out. But now,
if the Source was still ranking albums, would you think that would be a 5 mic in today's climate?
In today's climate, is it 5 mic? I would say so.
Or at least 4.
Definitely a 4.
It's definitely a 4. I agree.
A strong 4. Back then, it was hard to get a 5 mic out.
Yeah, you're right.
But now, yeah, you could almost push 4 or 5. Definitely a 4.
Okay.
definitely a 4 in today's climate. This next album, Offset, Father of 4. What'd you think about this one, man?
People that know me know I'm not a Migos fan at all.
Right.
I've lately been able to tolerate the music because that's the sound that we have in hip hop right now. So I'm able to listen to it, and I even with the when did the album come out? When did the last joint? That was last year,
Offset?
right? No, the full Migos
album. Culture 2? That was last year.
Last year,
that was last year.
So I listened to a couple of tracks on that album, and they seem to be MCs. I won't call them it. Well, let me not mess. They seem like MCs that if they had to and wanted to, they probably can formulate a dope album lyrically. Mm-hmm. Because if you listen to it, they do have some great wordplay. The metaphors sometimes be on point. But just going back to Offset, this album, once again, nothing was out. Decided to stream it. Pleasant surprise.
Okay.
Pleasant surprise. Not so much of I expected anything different than what I got. More of the candidness of the album just from track 1.
Yeah.
Pulled me in. And I text you that. I was like, as soon as I heard the first line after Big Rube's poem, I was like, yo, I'm all here for this.
Big Rube poem might have been the best thing on here to me.
Wow. Whoa. Those kind of comments are reserved for me.
This is true.
Man.
This is true. Not that it was a bad album. It's not for me, man. It's not for me. I do agree with you in the fact that it's candid. I like the fact how he opened up about some things. Everything wasn't just my ring shining and glistening and look at the drip, look at the plow. And it wasn't a lot of that at all on the album. It wasn't. So it was a change for me, but it's still nothing just really jumped off the page for me. It was like, yo, this is ridiculously dope. And maybe I'll say this. I got a little more than I expected, but I wasn't thrilled.
I was just looking at some reviews. He's getting like no lower than a B- on this because they probably felt the same way. Yeah.
And it's
one thing I want to tell Offset that I appreciate. Mm-hmm. He enunciated on every track, and I knew what he was saying on each track. When he's with the other fellas, Migo, I have no clue what my man is talking about.
When you get around those other guys, you get to acting different.
I have no clue what my man's be talking about. But on this one, it was clear. It was clarity. Of course, they always gonna have dope production.
The production was.
Give it another spin.
I might have to.
Give it another spin.
I might have to give it another spin.
It's a dope album. I wouldn't say unique, but to me, it doesn't sound like a Migo album. But we know who the ad-lib person in the group is because his ad-libs are hard on this.
It's everywhere. Everything is ad-lib. Yeah. And it's exactly the same.
On what? On this?
You all think 16 tracks.
Nah, man.
He ad-libbing the same, dog. Through the whole joint.
Well, maybe I could just say he probably made a fan out of me if I'm fighting for him like this.
You fighting. And ain't nothing wrong with that.
He stay at the Hollywood theater in the summer. So
let me holla at you.
For real, man.
Going back to the candidness, I like the fact that he owned up to some of the things that he did. More than I think the thing that I like the most about this entire album is you can tell. First of all, the name of the album is called Father of 4. Mm-hmm. You can tell how much his kids mean to him. I think that's the part that I took away the most, that I felt like, you know what, I really dig that. Or the part that resonated the most with me is just like, you know what, he ain't just saying it just to say it. You could tell this was a dedication to his children, and he really meant it. That's the part that I like the most, is that you can really tell the soft spot that he has for his children and for Cardi. He was remorseful about whatever went down in between them. Mm-hmm. I don't really, that ain't my business. I ain't gonna jump all off into it. And honestly, I don't really care. That's between them being, two married people.
I agree.
But the fact that he really was open and honest about his children. I thought that was dope. About saying, you know, like I'm sorry I wasn't there for you as much as I needed to, but almost every other track was talking about
I don't know you and I don't really know your mother. That's heavy.
That's deep.
Yeah.
But almost every other track he talking about like, yo, I'm doing this for my kids. I'm putting away money for my kids. He said, I'm going out here, I'm grinding, I'm doing these shows for my kids because they never gonna want and need for nothing. And that's the part that I liked the most about this album.
So it's probably safe to say you don't have a favorite or a standout.
I do. I still got.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I definitely still got to stand out. The joint with J. Cole was dope.
Yeah, that was nice.
The joint with Cardi, what was it? Clout.
Yeah, Clout. That's it.
The joint with Cardi was dope. I would probably say those is the ones that stand out the most. But I know not too long ago, it may have been not last episode, but the one before that, we was talking about Gucci Mane, and you said how like you starting to like. Yo, Gucci got busy on this $250,000.
Yeah.
Gucci did his thing.
Yeah.
Gucci did his thing. So I'm not a huge fan of Gucci Mane, but yeah, that joint was dope too.
I like I believe it's called Legacy with
Travis Scott and
21 Savage. Man,
that one was dope. Okay, scratch that. That's my favorite joint on here. Legacy with Travis Scott and 21 Savage, and then I would say the joint with J. Cole. Just going back through the track list now, he actually got some pretty dope features.
Yeah, he does.
And we'll get into the features of everybody in a second. But yeah, Legacy is probably the best track on here.
I agree.
For me, Legacy is the best joint. I guess we own the topic. Might as well get into the features now. We got Travis Scott, 21 Savage. We got Cardi. We got Quavo. We got Gucci Mane. Gunna.
I didn't care for that track.
Gunna. You know what? It was okay, but I'm starting to listen to him more, and Gunna is he's okay.
He's not bad.
Yeah, he's just.
But that particular track in general, Draymond the Clown. That particular track in general just didn't do it. It wasn't a bad track, but it was.
It just kind of existed.
It was there.
Yeah,
it was there.
Yeah, it just kind of existed. CeeLo Green. I like CeeLo, the North Star. You didn't like it?
It took a while for me to like it. When I hear CeeLo, I know he's going to sing.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'm wishing that he would rap.
Because he was dope when he was doing it.
Because when he decide he want to rhyme.
He about 17 years removed from rapping, dog.
Nah, he rapped recently or something.
On what?
What did he rap on recently? I got to look it up. But he rapped on something recently, and it was dope.
Word?
Yeah.
I know he got it in him.
Oh man, well that's gonna bother me. You gotta hold the show. I gotta look it up.
He said I gotta look it up. This is about to take all my attention.
Man.
But yeah, is without a doubt we know CeeLo got it in him when he ready to get busy. But man, he ain't done it. So it's like, okay, I ain't really checking for CeeLo to be rapping just because he ain't done it in a while. Like I said before, Big Rube. I don't know who Big Rube is. But Big Rube, that poem was dope.
You know Big Rube, man.
Who?
Did all of the poems on all the the Dungeon Family joints. That's him.
Oh, word?
The dude and what's the movie that they had? Big Boy and T.I. and ATL that's doing the spoken word in the movie. That's Big Rube.
Oh, word?
Mm-hmm.
Get out of here. I ain't know that.
Yeah.
I just learned something new today. All right, cool. Yeah, Big Rube, you came with it, man. That was pretty dope.
That may not even be him because sometimes Cujo, they kind of sounded like he does the same thing too.
Okay.
The Bulls got a national TV game, man.
Get out of here! This is breaking news. Wednesday, we playing the. That was our first one, wasn't it? So I guess 2 out of the 3 Sixers games that we didn't have, we got a national TV game.
Yeah, we digressed.
Yeah. Sorry about that, y'all. But we talk about Offset's album, kind of just go all over the place.
So you're not feeling it?
I'm not saying I ain't feeling it. It just wasn't. It wasn't that dope. It was just okay. It was all right.
So you're not unwrapping it?
I'm not unwrapping it. No.
I wouldn't be mad if you chose not to, but I'm gonna unwrap it.
I dig it. Yeah, this one, it just wasn't for me. It's like I spun it once. I'll spin it again just off the strength of you saying, "Hey, listen to it one more time."
It's decent, man. It's decent.
But yeah, as of right now, nah. It can
but
go.
I know we didn't say we were going to talk about this album, but it was her last project was dope. Solange.
Yeah.
She can wrap that back up and take it back to Houston.
Word. I
didn't care for it, man.
I dabbled a little bit in the Solange. I think I'm like 3, maybe 4 tracks in, and it's nothing knocking my socks off yet. It was okay.
It's not.
But wow. Okay, the last album was dope.
Yeah. Her last 2 albums was dope. But this one right here, I think on this one, it sound to me, and I may be totally wrong. It sounds to me that she was, I don't want to say trying hard because I just don't like saying that. But it seems like she was trying to. She's created her own niche in that neo soul, if we still call that a genre now, but that neo soul, new wave type flow, type sound. And it seems like she tried to copy that same magic from her last album, and it didn't really connect flopped on this one.
Okay.
Gucci Mane snapped on that record too.
Okay, so it's a Gucci record on there?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll check for that. Yeah, so I haven't gotten all the way into Solange yet, but and I'm still gonna check it out just to try to see what we can get out of it. I know you said T-Pain.
T-Pain.
I haven't had a chance to listen to T-Pain yet, so we'll
if you're a T-Pain fan, you'll like the record. It's a T-Pain record. It's a T-Pain record. So this can play in 2001. It can play in 2021. It's T-Pain.
Okay, cool.
It's T-Pain.
I'm definitely gonna check it out. You the second person. Shout out to my man Beezy. Beezy told me to check it out. So that's two for 2. So I'm gonna check out T-Pain and finish checking out Solange. But for these 2 albums, Offset, I'm wrapping that up. But 2 Chainz definitely unwrapping.
Yeah, 2 Chainz is unwrapping.
2 Chainz was
no doubt.
super dope. Super dope. Now before we put a wrap on the show, you brought up my man's Kanye. Now, Kanye, this is how you work back into the hearts of forgiveness. By doing what you're doing with this Sunday service.
Yeah.
Kanye West is undoubtedly showing why he is nothing less than a musical genius. If you feel any other way, I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. I don't care about all of it. I'm not going to say I don't care. I'm temporarily disregarding all of his political views and everything else. I'm focused solely on his music.
Stand with the art.
Exactly. I'm focusing solely on the music and the artistry that this man brings to the table. Yeah. He is nothing less than a genius.
I agree.
The Fred Hammond sample that he flipped.
Oh my goodness.
Bruh, I'm in tears.
Bruh.
Like just vibing with the way he vibing on the piano, on the organ. That's how I'm doing with my phone, and I'm just like, go Kanye, go Kanye. He killing it, dog. If you haven't checked that out or the Sunday service, I seen it on YouTube.
Yeah, that's why I saw it,
and it is phenomenal. He's covering other people's songs. He covered some of his own songs. Did you hear the SWV cover that he did with The Week, bro?
It's crazy.
He redid SWV Week. That was dope. So many of his own tracks. If you haven't checked it out, you got to check it out. But the Kanye Sunday service is bananas. If his Yanni album, Yandi. If his Yandi album is going to be anything like this, we are in for nothing less than a treat.
Yeah.
This is powerful.
And we like Ye, so
I'm a huge Kanye fan. I'm a huge Kanye fan.
I was about the album. No, it wasn't called Ye. What was the name of that album? Wasn't Ye?
No. The one before that was this was called was it called Ye? No, it was called something weird. Huh?
And the one in Wyoming.
Right, yeah. Was it called Ye? I thought it was called something else. It may have been called Ye.
Or was it supposed to be titled Ye and then he changed it? No, he changed it.
No, it's called Ye.
Oh.
It was called Ye.
See, we can't even keep up with Kanye. We adding stuff on Kanye.
Yeah, we are.
But we dig the old Kanye. I don't have no problems with the new Kanye.
That's what I was about to say.
His thoughts is his thoughts.
I am still on the bandwagon or the path that says Kanye has yet to release a bad album. I don't think Kanye has a bad album. Even people with the who's saying what was the one with the black skinhead? What was that album called? Yeezus. I don't think Yeezus was a bad album.
No,
it's definitely his worst album.
Yeah.
In my opinion, that's his worst album, but it's not a bad album.
Mm-hmm.
That and Life of Pablo are his two worst albums. But even still, those albums were solid. Those were solid albums to me. So I mean, yeah, everybody was in love with the old Kanye, the backpack and the super sampling, but I like new Kanye.
Yeah, I'm not mad at him.
I like new Kanye. I don't like new Kanye with the MAGA hat and chilling with Trump, but the music, this dude is pure genius, and if you think anything other than that, you wildin', you crazy.
Yeah.
Kanye, man, everything that he's done for the sound and the culture, Kanye changes the vibe and the culture ever so often.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever he comes back and he just ready to be like, okay, I'm done playing with y'all.
Yeah.
Let me get off into something serious. I agree. Kanye can do that. And I think that he's definitely getting ready to do that with this Yandhi album.
Whenever it come out, it was supposed to come out what?
It was supposed to come out last year. And then I know that he was working on everybody else's. So it kind of got pushed back. And then it was one other person.
Chainz record?
Not the Chainz record. It was somebody who released the album. And Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne released his album last year, and he said that he wanted Lil Wayne's album to be able to breathe because music needed Lil Wayne's album. I disagree. Not that the album was bad.
And I'm not a big Lil Wayne fan, but I like the Carter was nice. Carter 5 was
it wasn't right. It wasn't a bad album, but I didn't want to have the Carter 5 in spite of not having another Kanye album. But that's me being selfish. But I can't wait for the next Kanye. Again, if it sound anything like what he been putting out with these Sunday service clips, man, we going to church.
Yeah.
We going to church, and I'm ready for it.
I'm ready for it.
I am definitely ready for it, man. So if you haven't checked out 2 Chainz album, check that out. If you haven't checked out Offset album, go ahead and check that out. Let us know what you think about that. Solange, T-Pain. Definitely check out the Sunday service with Kanye. It's a totally different kind of vibe, man. You won't be disappointed. I'll say that. Let us know what y'all think about the albums once y'all check them out. Leave it in the comments below. Hit us up on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, SoundCloud. That's it, right? We ain't missing nothing?
No, that's it.
That's all of them.
At the Wrap Up Pod.
At the Wrap Up Pod. It's a Bow on number 21, man. We out.
Yep.
Peace.